So the real-time loggers are these ones here. Emerson, Frigga, Sensitech I've been using, just started trialing some Tive ones and about to get some Escabox ones. They all have SIM cards in them. So they should be treated, I guess, a lot like a mobile phone in that they do need to connect to the network to get data. I've listed several benefits of using these real-time loggers. And the first one here is that they've got sensors in them to monitor location, temperature, and light. Some of them have shock sensors or vibration, and it's in real time, provided it is connected to a network, I guess. So live data and reports can be visible remotely through these logger dashboards or mobile apps. So basically the data from these loggers is at your fingertips and you can potentially view it any time of the day or night. Another benefit of these loggers is that if you can set up temperature and location alerts via email and SMS, you can see where the consignments with these loggers are in, or if there's any issues, and potentially doing something about it before the consignment reaches the final destination. Of the loggers that are available, some are, I think, potentially better for land or for sea or even for air, because some of the loggers have flight mode function, obviously, for air. There's two types of flight mode functions. One is automatic, the Emerson logger has a geofence that's built in to the logger. So when the logger goes through this geofence around airports, it will automatically go into flight mode. As a backup, there is an accelerometer in the Emerson and also in the Tive logger, so that when the plane takes off, the logger will pick up rapid changes in speed and height and automatically go into flight mode. And then obviously when the plane lands, picks up the changes again and it will disable the flight mode function. There's a manual function on some loggers like this Frigga one. If you're in their dashboard, if you go to device settings, you can type in where you want flight mode to be activated, say at Melbourne Airport. It'll automatically put a 5K ring around the airport. So when the logger passes into that zone, it'll go into flight mode. You can set up alerts here. And then the only other thing that you need to do is include the time of the flight that the logger needs to be in flight mode for. So that's a manual version compared to the other loggers that are automatic. These loggers that I'm talking about today are single-use loggers. So unlike USB loggers, you're not reliant on anyone else to collect the loggers and send information back. You have information at your fingertips. So you're not relying on anyone else to collect them. They're relatively cost-effective at about $75 each. They do go over $100 depending on which loggers you have. There's ones with probes that can measure, say, pulp temperature as well as ambient temperature, or even, say, on a long cable, you can measure different positions within a sea freight container using the same logger. And I think another benefit of these real-time loggers is that all links will be more accountable because you can set up these alerts and you can see what's happening pretty much all along the export process.
Perfect.